Maybe you recall this situation where I was conducting some testing with some drones and I was busy doing my thing, and then a red car was pulling up from the side and a lady came out trying to question what I was doing, filming me with her cell phone, trying to document that I was doing something illegal. And we were arguing a lot, and she ended up going into her car, driving away with her child on the back seat. So I thought maybe she had learned the lesson because I wasn't really conducting anything illegal. I was on a public parking place just conducting my testing and not trying to, sort of annoy anyone, especially because I was keeping max distance to all the houses in the surroundings, not to, bother people more than necessary. And that was, by the way, 8 o'clock in the morning, so 9 o'clock in the morning, so so I wouldn't be that. So that was not my biggest concern. I was kind of yelling at her she should check droneregler.dk, which is the official website in Denmark, where you can read up on the rules and where you very easily can get an overview of what is allowed and what is not allowed.
Men gå lige ind på droneregler.dk, når du kommer på arbejde i nærheden af en computer, så vil du faktisk kunne se det. Ja, det er sjovt, det har alle.
So I thought she had learned the lesson. But you know what? She's back. And now with a new self-invented rule. And what's crazy about this is this always happens when you are least prepared to deal with it. So in this case, it happened when I was conducting one of my teaching sessions. I've been doing a lot of practical teaching lately, where people reach out to me and ask if I could sort of help them understand all the functionality of the drone. So this guy, he hired me to show him all the features of the DJI Mini 4 Pro. The way that I normally do that is I find a quiet spot where there's not too many obstacles around, so it's very easy to start the initial flying exercises and get some practical experience. Of course, not to deal with people that are kind of interested in the stuff that we were doing. So I picked the public parking spot here next to where I live. And this morning was no exception. It was actually, it was 10:11 in the morning. So there was basically no people around. It was on a Wednesday, so most of the people that live around here is either enjoying their morning coffee or are going to or already left for work. So I was going down to this parking lot and checking the environment. There was some workers that were doing some work, some gardening work over the one side. But apart from that, there was no private individuals around. Because I needed a place where we could put our stuff, I moved towards a trailer that was a bit closer to the houses in the back that I normally do, where we could just put our stuff temporarily. The lesson went fine. We did a lot of flying exercises, testing all the functionality of the drone, talk camera settings, etc. and all of that. And by the end of the exercise, I think it was maybe a tad past 12 o'clock. I asked the gentleman that I was teaching if there was something extra that he wanted to know while we were at it. I still had a spare battery that we could use, so if there was something extra that he wanted me to include, I could include that in the teaching. And he wanted a demonstration of waypoints because he thought that could be useful for him. What I normally do during these lessons is that I record everything. So I put in a microphone in the bottom of the controller just to record what is going on.
Det er det der ikon, der er herovre, så jeg vil tage det væk, så vi starter helt fra frisk.
So what you're going to see now is a mix of a little bit of my cell phone and also what I've recorded on the screen on his controller. The reason that I do that is if we go through a 2 hours teaching session, there is a lot of information packed into that, and it can be very difficult to remember afterwards. So I do the recording, so he gets basically the full session with him when he goes back home, so he can revisit the things that is either unclear or that he wants to refresh what we were talking about. So that seems to work out very, very nicely. During the demonstration of waypoints, I noticed the red car in the background. I was noticing that this one was driving past. She has done that numerous times while I was down there on the parking lot, but has not interacted with me ever since the first incident. She has just stopped in the road just for a second, just to take a look, and then she was driving. But I could see something was different this time, because she pulled in and parked next to my client's car. So I knew something was going on.
Så nu kunne du godt være forberedt, nu er der blevet ballade.
The problem is that if you are with a client and you are fully engaged into the education, it's actually very, very distracting that something like this is starting to happen. So I was not really 100% prepared. I was prepared that something would happen, and I also I made up my mind that I would tell her to call the police. That was one thing, and the other thing was that I would make sure that I could, that I would film whatever was going on. But again, it's a delicate balance. You are with a client that is paying for your time, so you can't really turn that into like a like a recording session. So the next thing that happened was that she actually moved her car into the lane of this strip that was on the parking lot. She was sort of parked, what is it called? Perpendicular to the driving direction. And then she was pulling up her phone again from inside the car, started to film me. And then she was yelling at me that to keep the rules, you need to keep away from the houses, you need to keep 150 meters away from the houses. And she was basically harassing me and interrupting. Okay, that's it. So I had to give this guy maybe some extra time afterwards. So I said, that's it. So I grabbed my phone and I was starting to film her like a counterpart. Like I told her last time, if you film me, I'm definitely going to film you. So I was moving towards her, filming her, and I had her sitting with her phone inside her car, filming me. Then she turned the car and was driving towards me, not against me, but in the same direction where we were parked. I told her she was wrong and she should call the police if she disagreed. And then I noticed, unfortunately, I didn't have turned on recording on my phone. So that's why I only have this limited clip. But what you can see now is what happens when she stopped.
Det er ikke 150 meter fra huset, så hold nu op med det vrøvl. Hold nu op med det vrøvl.
And let me just reiterate, she is reconfirming that her own perception that you need to keep 150 meters away from the houses to be able to fly the drone. And I guess she was trying to create documentation for this, my nasty behavior. But just to clarify things here, it's not directly illegal to film me while I'm doing something. The only problem is if she's distributing whatever she has recorded somewhere, that would be illegal. You should not keep 150 meters away from any houses. I don't know where she got that rule from. That's a self-invented rule. You can fly very close to private property. Of course, there are rules what you can do when you are at that position. You can't film people inside the property. You can also not film valuable items that are not supposed to be exposed to the public and stuff like that. But that's a whole different story. We're not talking that here. I was on a parking lot, which is a public parking space. And as you can see on the map, there are some restrictions where you're not allowed to fly. The blue zone that you see, that is determined by the castle or the military on the castle. So we are not allowed to fly in that area. I made that very clear to the student that this was a no-go area. You have the house section in the back. Of course, we're not flying over that private property there. So I kind of made out an area on the parking lot where we could safely fly and practice without harassing anyone. At least that's what I thought. If I sound a little bit rough in my voice sending her on her way is because I'm pretty sick of her coming, interacting with me, accusing me for doing all sorts of stuff that I'm not supposed to do. I'm fully legally allowed to do whatever kind of education that I did on that specific spot. You could argue, should you fly there interfering with people that are sitting in their gardens enjoying the sun? But that was not the case. I would not go there on a Friday evening where I know people are sitting outside enjoying a glass of rosé or something like that. Even though I'm allowed to go there, I would not do that because I have a little bit of situation awareness and I'm not there to create a conflict at all. That's for sure. Yeah, maybe that would change now. Maybe I'll just go there and fly there. Maybe I will invite my mini drone club to do like a shared flying event down there in the parking lot. No, just kidding. But it makes sense not to disturb people when they are in their quiet zone and they want to relax. So of course, even if I'm allowed to do it, it's not a good idea. And this was, as I told you, a normal Wednesday around noon. So come on. And the weather was nice, but it was not like super nice. So she just have set her mind out that she wants to prove that I've been doing something wrong. If she thought she scared me away from the parking lot, she has done the complete opposite. I will go through a huge effort to place all my future teaching sessions at exactly that spot. I'm a reasonable man, so maybe I'll come to my senses before I do that. But it's important that you don't let yourself scare away in situations like this. Imagine if this was a commercial job that you are out doing and you meet people like this. You need to be able to handle them in a semi-good way, at least so you pave the road so you can do whatever job that is that you're sent out to. So that was just a short update for me. It's custom that I always keep you updated with stuff like this. So I hope you liked this video. If you did, then feel free to give it a like. If you didn't like it, feel free to press the dislike button twice. Thank you for watching, and I'll be seeing you on the next one.